What's up? What's up?
Welcome, Rian.
I'm sorry, an error has occurred.
Yeah.
I got into your car and an error has occurred.
Yes. There you go, man.
Tell me about this car that you're driving. You've shown up in this big fancy set of wheels. I want to know about it. It's really cool.
As we mentioned, this is the Mercedes-Benz E.
And this is the fastest
450.
E-Class that money can buy. That's what you said. How much is this?
Just goof around. Probably a crore. Everything's a crore these days.
Everything's a crore.
Yeah.
What's up with this Sid and Chip's name, yeah?
Bro, I thought it was me interviewing you, not the other way around.
Welcome to Verified.
Verified. It's called Verified.
What's up? What's up?
Welcome, Rian.
It feels good to be in Gurgaon driving around with you.
Yes.
This is a cool E-Class. Is there something new about it?
I don't know. We'll figure out as we go.
I'm asking you, what are you driving?
We are driving the E450.
Okay.
This Mercedes.
This is the six-cylinder one, right?
This is a 6-cylinder one. Mercedes says that this is the fastest E-Class that money can buy in India.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But we're not going to test that
Definitely
out.
not going to test that out in Gurgaon.
I'm sorry, an error has occurred.
Yeah.
I got into your car and error has occurred.
Yes. There you go, man.
Mm.
Let's drive around. Welcome to Verified.
Welcome to Verified.
Verified. It's called Verified.
Okay,
Alright.
I'm sitting with the OG Delhi boy. Okay. Quick test. How do you pronounce HAIR?
Here. Here. Here.
How do you pronounce HERE?
Here.
Huh?
Here too.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce THERE?
There.
Okay. You're as Delhi can be.
Man. But anyways, like let
Isn't
me
this
ask
Galleria?
you. Yes, this is Galleria, but
I
like
came once. I've had many a drunken night here.
okay, excellent.
Actually, lies. I don't drink.
All right, thank you for the coffee. This is an amazing
Guys,
coffee.
Gurgaon, espresso any day. I made him.
Amazing coffee.
I'm showing him the places in Gurgaon.
Yeah. So,
Cool place, right? I
it's a-
definitely recommend it.
I would say this is a really good Americano. You got yours with a bit of milk in
Pot
it.
of milk, yeah.
Yeah. Was it like the regular milk or like oat milk or
No, I'm not so bougie.
Not-
regular milk.
regular milk? No
Regular
oat milk,
No,
no,
no.
almond milk.
No.
And all of that
Just
stuff.
a spot of regular milk. But I feel like we're being those like really bougie California girls who walk around with their ice Americanos. Are we being California girls in Gurgaon?
Bro, like till the time we don't have a Stanley Cup in our hand.
We are not California girls.
No, not at all.
Now
Not.
Stanley Cup is Bandra girls.
Remember, I love Bandra girls. I didn't say that. It was Rian.
Yeah, of course. Bandra girls are a vibe.
Yeah.
Now tell me.
You know, like if you press it, it'll hold your cup. Like press it down. It grabs you.
So now?
So,
Suppose-
so nothing. If you want to put it back, you can put it. Yeah, there you go, man. Like easy peasy on the E-Class.
Okay, wait. I need to take a Insta story for this.
So this is what my friend Rian does. Like whenever
Insta story is everything.
he Insta stories everything. Whenever he finds a cool thing that he likes, he'll just like Insta it. Go ahead. Insta the cup holder.
I can't believe that a Mercedes E-Class has like space for only one cup. Like, what if there's another cup? Wait. Let's put it here. Maybe I should press it down. Whoops!
Yeah, it grabs it. Huh?
It grabs it. It's a grabber.
It's a grabber, man. I think this is going to be fun. So for context, guys, this is the first ever episode of Verified. You know, where I basically meet my friends and we just drive around in fancy cars. This is not Coffee with Cars, though. A coffee just happened to be here, but it's more.
Listen, we can't function without coffee.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. But
There
yeah.
can't be an interview without coffee.
And no better way to start it but with Rian over here. Okay, Rian.
Yes, Sid and Chips. What's up with the Sid and Chips name, yeah?
Bro, I thought it was me interviewing you, not the other way around. But I'll come to that story as well. Sid and Chips is really cool.
Also, I need to ask everyone watching this out there, do you think that Sid's hair is looking like he has a midlife crisis? Because I think he does.
Yeah,
It's got midlife crisis hair.
I like my hair. I'm gonna continue growing it.
How do you pronounce HAIR?
Hair.
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 Hair. Hair. Hair.
Ah. Yeah,
such
continue.
such a Delhi thing. I was about to ask you the same thing, but yeah, thank you for
Appu
that.
Ghar is here.
Let me ask you this. Come on,
Huh.
buddy. Like, this is going to be a serious interview. I thought this was going to be a
Okay,
serious
okay,
interview.
ask.
This has
Ask,
become
ask,
like a
ask.
troll fest.
It is.
No, it isn't.
Ask.
Okay. What made you decide to come to Gurgaon?
I had an event that I was organizing yesterday
Okay.
for the body shop, and it was a fun day. So I decided to make the most of it and stay for 2 days so that I could kind of meet up with friends, clients, certain brands that I work with, etc., and just make a trip of it rather than just coming in and flying out.
Mhm.
But I have to say it's been a very productive trip.
Very productive trip.
Yeah, it was a productive. We did dinner at Vietnam.
I was
with
just
his
about
wife.
to, yeah.
I met his wife, by the way, who's way cooler than him.
Mhm.
And today
Yeah,
we
so
are doing this.
I made him say that.
Yeah. And then we are doing this. I introduced him to a cool coffee place in Gurgaon. So
Yeah, man. Like, I can't get enough of this. Any day coffee. If you're in-
espresso any day.
espresso any day.
Tell me about this car that you're driving. You've shown up in this big fancy set of wheels. I want to know about it. It's really cool. Of course, I mean
it is a really cool car for sure. This is the as you mentioned, this is the Mercedes-Benz E.
and this is the fastest
450.
E-class that money can buy. That's what you said.
Yeah, they say that it can do like 0 to 100 in like 4.5 seconds,
Wow.
which is really cool. I love the two sunroofs that it has. Like, it has
Yeah.
like a split sunroof.
Cars like this are also very, very conceived and designed in a way that they are also passenger cars as well. So, you know,
Yes.
as much as we are drivers, but someone who would be purchasing this car would be like someone sitting at the back. So that backseat comfort is sometimes maybe given more preference in a car like this.
Oh yeah,
my
yeah.
opinion.
You are absolutely right. But having said that, this is also very driver focused as well. Like the E450. Like if once in a while whoever buys this car wants to like hop into the driving seat and like
How much is this?
just goof around, probably a crore. Everything's a crore these days.
Everything's a Corolla.
Yeah. So, and even the seat that you're sitting on, like this is also a passenger seat, you can say. You get this nice neck pillow there as well at the back.
This is really
Right. So Mercedes definitely has taken care of, you know, a few little luxuries here and there.
They always do, yeah.
Yeah, and the back seats are amazing, man. They recline like 36 degrees. You've got like a wireless charger at the back. You've got your own.
This
climate
one doesn't
control.
have that full lounger like the S, no?
No, man. Like for the S, come on, spit one more CR and
Yeah.
you get the lounger as well.
That big, almost like a sleeperette, no?
Absolutely.
I've actually reviewed one of those once, and even one of the Maybachs, the Maybach S,
Mhm.
and they have that. It's almost like the business class seat that goes, and when this goes right all the way to the front. the
Absolutely.
front seat,
It gives you that presidential feeling, basically.
residential.
Right.
Residential.
Talking about presidential feelings, Rian, you are known as you know, the OG luxury boy, right? You do a lot of watches, a lot of luxury lifestyle stuff,
Love it.
but you also do a lot of cars. That is where you and I have like a connection as well, right? What is the fanciest car that you've ever sat in or like driven around?
I think for me it would have to be the Maybachs.
Mhm.
Any of the Maybachs that I've had access to. Maybe the Range Rover SE. Any of the Maybachs that I've driven.
Mhm. That's it.
I would say so.
So you are a Mercedes boy,
I would say
or a Maybach boy. Maybach,
I'm a Maybach.
Maybach boy.
Yeah, high maintenance.
You also recently went to South Africa.
Yeah,
How was that?
amazing. So I was invited by Volkswagen for the 50-year celebrations of the Polo.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who don't know, the Polo is now exclusively made for the global market. It's exclusively made in South Africa in their huge plant in a town called Karega, just outside Port Elizabeth. And that's where the historic Volkswagen plant is, which now exclusively manufactures
Bro, I didn't want to know about the car. I wanted to know about the
No,
fun
I'm
stuff.
telling you about my
Fun-
experience there and where I was.
Yeah,
And then I
te-
drove across for 5 days.
I
driving
saw
from-
you. Sorry. I saw you. Saw a lot of wild animals there.
Yeah. So it was really cool. I've never ever self-driven in a safari park. I've always gone in the safari jeeps, and now for me to be able to drive one of those Polos go into the park where there was like a wild elephant just walking in front. It made for some great content. Loved it.
Nice. Was it like a first time experience you ever had, like something like this?
I've gone to safaris many times before.
But this was like one of a kind.
One of a kind for sure, because I've never driven myself into a safari park. You know what I mean?
You also do a lot of watches. What is it
Yeah.
called? Horology or something?
Horology.
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 Yeah.
Durian's been just correcting my pronunciation over
horology.
here. But like,
It
yeah.
comes from the French word horloge.
Horology. Horology.
Horloge.
Horology, yeah. So, yeah, what's...
Did where are you bringing me? This neighborhood looks damn shady, dude. Can you just U-turn?
Yeah, Gurgaon is just like that. Look, Volkswagen.
There's
But wait,
nothing-
there's no Volkswagen. There's just a logo standing there. Anyways, so yeah, what's your go-to watch? Like, what's your everyday watch, and what's your dream watch? that you
Okay,
wanna
I'm
get?
like actually quite a vanilla guy when it comes to my dream watch. I want to have a Submariner, Rolex Submariner. That's something that I definitely want to have. My everyday watch is my Tudor Black Bay. I'm a huge Tudor fan.
Okay.
So, and when I'm feeling a bit dressy, I use my Omega Seamaster. So,
Omegas are still good.
of course, they're timeless.
Okay, sure.
You can't be asking me that question. Omegas are still good. I hope you don't cut that question off.
I won't. Tell me what is that one watch you'll suggest to me?
To you,
Yeah, because
Apple Watch.
I already
You're
have
a
it.
basic bitch. No, I mean that's a tough question. If you want a watch to buy right now, like for
what
your daily wear and everything,
What personality do you think? What watch would go with?
like
my
I think that
personality?
you would do well with like a
See, such a tough question.
like one of those smart watches you get on Amazon, na?
The boat ones.
Yeah. No, anyway. So I think that you do very well with like an Omega or a Tudor or something.
Okay.
And I feel like you rock the Apple Watch also.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I used to wear watches, then I found Apple Watch, and now I have a wrist tan because of it. I don't like it that much. But yeah, once in a while I would wear a fancy watch.
By the way,
For
this
sure.
is actually the first time in months in years actually,
Mm-hmm.
that I'm actually driving around in the sun without sunscreen because I forgot my sunscreen in Bombay. So,
What's your go-to sunscreen?
any one actually, I have 2 or 3 which I really like using, like Kiehl's or the Dermaco. Right now I'm using the Dermaco.
What are these? SP50s,
SP50. Yeah, when I'm driving. So I always have sunscreen even if I'm walking down the street to like run one errand.
Mhm.
And so this is essentially the first time in years that I'm having unprotected interaction.
Unprotected interaction. That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah. St. Thomas Mark sounds so fancy, no?
It is. Gurgaon is all fancy and everything.
St. Thomas Mark.
Gurgaon is very fancy. Tell me something. What made you get into, the content game?
I was a journalist for 17 years covering luxury, so that's I guess a more traditional this thing of content only, So I guess I was always doing it from day one. It's just the formats have changed, isn't it?
When you say the formats have changed, you just like made the switch. You were like, I'm done with traditional journalism.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think traditional journalists or journalism or media houses are lacking right now?
The reach, very often the reach. Very often, like larger content creators might have way more reach than say a traditional magazine or legacy publication. I love it. He's just driving his car, drinking his thumbs up. In a proper
Are you sure
glass.
that's a thumbs up?
Yeah, it seems like.
Gurgaon, I don't think so. But sure.
No, I don't think he'd be that gutsy in the middle of the day to be drinking.
Bro, it's Saturday, it's weekend.
Oh,
I
he's
think-
eating chuda also.
So,
Now
now
he's
you,
eating chuda, he's got thumbs up, so he's got whole like picnic setup only in the car.
do you think it's still thumbs up?
I think it's thumbs up. I think in the middle of the day he wouldn't have the guts to do.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
openly and brave. I think I'm being a bit naive, no?
Yeah, you're too kind, man. Yeah, so reach, you say, is like the biggest factor.
And I think that also live posting, like there are certain formats and constraints that a publication has that a content creator might not have. You just go to an event, you like something, you just post it in real time, get the views, whereas a publication has certain guidelines, norms, multiple departments and everything, you know, so many approvals, you know, sales ka approval, marketing ka approval, ye wo, you know, 50 things. So that's the story.
Whereas a content creator is very fluid, right?
Yeah.
Like they can do whatever they choose to,
Yeah.
right? Interesting take. So yeah, publishers, if you're listening, Rian's got some ideas for you over there.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm saying there's a certain credibility and like heft that comes with a publication's name also, no? So I guess that they are enjoying that as well.
You're kind of right. What would your advice be to someone who wants to get into content creation in 2025? Like,
Find something different because everyone is everyone is
bro, it's not like Maggie hot sauce that find it's different. Like, what do you mean by different? Like,
when
if-
I say that find something different means cover a niche, or if you're covering something, like even for example, if you want to do auto, what is going to set you aside from the rest of the people, you know? Please make sure that you are finding something that is different. Your voice, your personality, everything has to be different so that it will set you aside, you know, that people will want to listen to you, brands will want to work with you, and then that will eventually get you more followers.
do you think followers are important, reach is important, engagement is important, or
It's not
or consistency is important?
consistency for sure, and building a voice and credibility for sure. Followers and reach is important, but not the only thing. For example, if you're getting 10,000 views of the relevant audience as opposed to getting 1 lakh views of the completely irrelevant audience, you know what I mean? Or getting 10 comments from the right demographic versus
Hundreds.
100 comments with just hearts and likes and everything, you know? So it makes a big difference there.
So next time, write something relevant on my.
I always write relevant things, okay? I
I'm
leave
just-
emojis and everything. Don't act smart.
Like even for me, Rian, like you know, when I left here as a journalist. I was in North America for like good 5-6 years. When I come back, the complete market has changed. You know, like
Neura Massage Center. I'm gifting you a voucher for Neura Massage Center on your birthday.
Rian, do you get massages?
Veg or non-veg?
I don't know, man. Like, tell your audiences, tell your followers, what kind of massages do you like?
Non-veg, of course. Okay. Please don't put all this rubbish. Huh?
Yeah. So the best part about Rian is you never know when he's serious,
I'm never serious.
and you never know when.
But I've
he's
got a very serious mind working in the background.
joking around. So we talked about cars. We talked about like luxury stuff. What's like your dream vacation?
You know, I'm like a proper ocean boy, you know. So for me, an ideal vacation would be just to sit in a very fancy beach villa with the ocean view, with a pool, and just sit all day and listen to my music. I like that a lot. That's one kind of vacation that I like. And the other kind of vacation that I really like is like a city getaway. Like I'm heavily into culture. So cities which are culture heavy, such as London, Paris, or New York, or something, where I have lots to do during the day in terms of culture, theatre, music, museums, etc. I really enjoy that. And so when I'm in these cities, I'm out and about the whole day on my feet till I'm really exhausted in the night. And I always end it with a theatre performance. Everywhere I go to the theatre every evening. Mornings I'm in the museum, park, doing all this very intellectual stuff, you know. So these two are the kind of vacations that I like either just lying around by a pool and beach and doing nothing, or being in a very culture heavy destination, you know. I'm not like one of those who wants to just party. I'm not into major shopping. I don't go crazy in a shopping destination. I don't go crazy in a party destination. So I also feel that in the last couple of years, I've really, especially thanks to COVID, I have completely fallen in love with domestic travel more than anything now. You know, like the amount of domestic travel I do these days, like going to Rajasthan, Lucknow. I do Lucknow twice a year. I just love it. I do Agra once, twice a year. Though I've been there so many times, I just enjoy going around and walking. As I told you, I'm like a culture guy. So I don't go to Goa almost never unless it's absolutely necessary. Like if I have to attend an event or go for someone's wedding or whatever, I will not proactively book a holiday to Goa. I just find it too crowded.
If I were to go to Lucknow right now,
I'll make a full itinerary for you and I want to see you in a beautiful white chikankari kurta, sprawled on top of a car.
Let's do this, man. Let's do this. Let's plan something. For those who don't know, Rian has done an amazing video on, the chicken artisans in Lucknow
And the perfumers.
and the perfumers. Go check that out. I'm gonna put that link somewhere in the description. Do check out those links for sure. Amazing work you do.
Thank you.
Like bringing such stories to life as well. And you're a cultured man. What?
Cool.
Well, yeah. What do you think about Gurgaon culture?
I like it. I mean, it's a cool whatever. I mean, it's very easy for us Bombayites to bash Gurgaon and say she, shoo, sha.
Hmm.
But I really like it. I mean, look how nicely big, wide roads, amazing complexes, amazing malls. This thing, you know what I mean? I mean, every place has its ups and downs, but
I know a lot of Bombay people don't like Delhi people. It's an age-old debate.
for that we have to get another car and have another conversation, and you'll have to drive all the way to Lucknow and back for that conversation to happen.
But I think Delhi and Mumbai have like different vibes,
Very different.
and both vibes are both vibes are something that kind of make India as well.
Yeah,
Right?
Like only a Delhi boy would drive around. Where is your brush? Huh? You have a hairbrush, no?
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
hairbrush.
Only a
And
Delhi
may-
boy would actually be driving around Delhi with a hairbrush.
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 Hairbrush. Yeah. Right.
And proper midlife crisis.
I'll tell you what. I'll share a story with you.
But- Jokes aside,
Yeah.
amazing hair, man.
Thank you.
Like you're rocking it, and don't cut it. It's looking cool.
Thank you.
It's growing nicely.
You heard from the style guru here.
Yeah.
But talking about the hairbrush,
Ah,
this is something that has been in my family for a very long
good
time.
hair.
Not good hair. Good hair, yes, of course. But I remember, while growing up, my mom had a
Car.
Honda City,
Ah.
and you could always find like a hairbrush in it.
But actually, even in my family, we are so
Yeah.
paranoid in my house about messy hair and everything.
Yeah.
There is a comb in my backpack also.
Yeah.
Like
Have you seen one of those ads where it says "Hair today, gone tomorrow"?
hair today. Gone.
Hair today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, I'm
Making the most of it.
making the most out of it because you can call it midlife crisis here, but yeah, man. Like till the time
just
you
enjoy it, man.
till the time you got it, you enjoy it,
Yeah.
flaunt it, do whatever.
You know, like some people will come out of in my house. You're talking about how there's always a hairbrush around in your house.
Yeah.
Same thing in my house. Like we could never come out of the bedroom into the living room with messy hair. Like everyone
Yeah.
in my family in the
would
morning
judge
also
you.
had to comb your hair and come out of
Yeah.
to have your tea or something. And like how sometimes people out of bed look out.
Yeah.
They call it the out of bed look.
Yeah.
That's not acceptable in my house.
You don't want to see my out of bed look, man. Like my hair go like crazy, but not too much fuzz about like, hey, this is the hair product.
I
that
like
should-
natural. I like the
Natural.
natural look. Yeah.
Natural is always good, man.
Yeah. Like I don't want my hair to look like you Delhi boys will do that full puff. And
what Delhi boys?
the next time I meet you, I'm gonna make that full puff for you, like that Delhi boy
Delhi
puff.
boy
na?
puff. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do
Can
that.
we do that for him?
Yes. Tell us in the comments, man. Like if you want to see me with that Delhi boy puff. Actually, I want to now Google search what a Delhi boy puff is.
I'll send you lots in the DM.
So thank you guys for joining us, watching this verified episode. First
Leave
episode.
us some comments.
Yeah, leave us some comments, subscribe, share, go follow Rian. You love his content. If you're into luxury, lifestyle, fancy cars, watches, a little bit of history, art, and culture, go follow my friend Rian over there. Where are you having lunch?
Velim.
Velim.
I've never been there. So
Wow. Okay, that's it. Bye bye, guys.
bye bye. See you.